സ്വർണം കട്ടവനാരപ്പ സകാക്കളാണ് അയ്യപ്പ. We inverse this 1 hour leg, so I'm probably expecting a distribution to the downside, but we already have SMDs with this highs. So we should reject from that area, or else we are bullish. So, and when I open, I am expecting some kind of manipulation then distribution. Let's see. സ്വർണം കട്ടവനാരപ്പ സഖാക്കളാണേ അയ്യപ്പോ പോറ്റിയ കേറ്റിയ സ്വർണം ചെമ്പായി മാറ്റിയേ സ്വർണപ്പാളികൾ മാറ്റിയേ ശാസ്താവിൻ പരമോറ്റിയേ സ്വർണം കട്ടവനാരപ്പ കളാണേ അയ്യപ്പ I wanted it to close like this, then it was first thing. I don't want any of these levels to get taken. Are we taking this 30-second inversion? No, not me. I am not taking this 30-second inversion. We have I may take this 3-minute inversion, something like this. Yeah, we can maybe take that actually and put our break even at this low. That is actually possible. Wow, fuck. Probably somebody would actually take that. Okay. Taking the 3-minute now doesn't make any sense at all. Actually, there is a 30-second. That is the only trade-off we make it. Even if I take this, I will put my something there and it will be a break-even trade for me. If we take this, are we putting our stop? I will put my stop around here for at least 50 pips, or else it will be a stop loss. So, to regret than taking some trades. We have 4 minutes below us. Have this 5-minute ball also here. We can extend this 4 minutes to the left side. സ്വർണം കട്ടവനാരപ്പ സഖാക്കളാണ് അയ്യപ്പ ലോഹം മാറ്റിയതാരപ്പ സഖാക്കളാണ് അയ്യപ്പോ പോറ്റിയേ കേറ്റിയേ സ്വർണം ചെമ്പായി മാറ്റിയേ സ്നായം like this is protected, that high is actually kind of protected. You actually see that we already manipulated into this fair value gap, then we made that high, so it is lower time frame protected. So let's see. the early level we should actually distribute. If we get that 4 minute, we can take that. We need to get that 5 minute. Thought the 5 minute would be task. Are we taking this long? Not me. But it could play, okay? Who knows? This will play. This is 930 highs also, so it may play. I have SMDs with this gap, but that is not a key level. And the 15 and 30 minutes are not aligned for us to take along there also. The 1 hour is pretty bearish and everything. So this is a bad idea for me, like even also it is also a protected high right there. So I may look for a good continuation shorts rather than a. Let's see what's the midpoint of this. And this is the midpoint around, so if you look at the high time frame, we can see that 1 hour is bearish. We have this rejection block area here, but we are inside of this gap also. We equilibrize this 1 hour. Now we want to distribute lower, so I think my look is this shorts. Yeah, only SMDs with this low, that is another thing too. One thing we can do is we can take a discretionary short, something like this, a 40 pip stop and to this data lows to 1 to RR. That would be nice. Only if we reject from any of these regions. Above we are inside of a high time gap. The 4 hour is looking like a neutral. That low is not yet taken here also. I am pretty bearish. The conditions are bearish. So if we get a good, crazy good close, I may take this short. I need a good close, not a random weak ass close. If I get this, we are inside this chop. A 15 minute will look great. Are we taking that? We need to decide right now. We are not taking this if we take that low. Yeah, we took that low. This could be one of our trade, like, but we have SMDs with this low and we are kind of inside a low time frame gap. That is not good. So let's see if we can chop around a little bit more and get a trade to the lower side. This trade is a B minus right now. only clear thing we have is this data law. So better to wait than regret later. Let's see, 5 minute new 15-minute opens. Let's take this if we have a CS ID with the inversion of that 5 minute. Looks like we are delivering lower, but not so fast also, like in a choppy as well. But still that inversion with a close below, we already get that inversion here with a close below, so the CS can also get that. Yeah, we should actually deliver. We should not chop around right here. We should deliver. We don't want a retracement to the upside right now. In current situations and trends, Trump is already making some death moves like Trump wars Iran's war civilization will lie tonight. War civilization, fuck me, bro. What the fuck is this? It's not happen here like a 100 people. So on the next 15-minute open, we can get some kind of sweep of these internal highs and lows. I'm not expecting this 30 minutes. If we leave this high right here and we will form any type of inversion or downside, that would be a signal. Like when the next 15-minute open, we should manipulate into these highs, respect that 1 hour BO3 supports it to this and inverse to this low. Okay, forming. We can put the break even at that first internal low and then take it to this data loss, which would be in either way. It is either 30-second or anything, I don't care, but first we want a distribution of the highs and that may not, it may work, may not, I don't know. I want this to tap into that level first. Even if we get this 5-minute inversion or downside, I don't believe that is a good thing. Look at that 5-minute close, not weak. We don't even have this 4-minute close below that level. The 4-minute close below that 5-minute close, that is crazy. Maybe this is a good long also. Maybe look at this. We have bearish bias also, so I don't think it's a good idea. We need to think that are we forcing this trade? Yeah, like in this market, we are likely trying to force a trade. 50 minutes log spot. 50 minutes just open up, manipulate into downside. We have pretty good LR above us with that 930 protected high. That's the reason. But we have a better draw below us, which is our data lows. I hope we can get that trade. Okay, we have the momentum there. We can remove this shit here. We need to mark this 945 like, okay, 945. Even if the data taken, we still have a good narrative into that low, so maybe a continuation shots into that dip was very good. So Potiye, ketiye, sarnam chambag matiye. Do we need to take this? I don't know. This is a tricky trade, to be honest. We inverse every gap. We may take this data at any time also. Maybe inside this 1 minute, maybe not. Maybe we will get another pullback before getting that. Next 10 AM opens in 10 minutes. If this fails, will I regret this decision? Yeah, kind of. I may regret this, okay? So, what I am thinking is something like this. Okay, 1 to 1 or something. I don't know if we really want to take this or not, because we stalled there, which is not I am expecting. I'm not gonna take this, okay? This is, I will rate this setup as a minus maybe. Break even at this data low. But I took trades that failed in this type of condition also. If I am taking this trade, this is what a trade would look like. This is not how we react to a data loss. That is the primary reason I am not taking this trade. Let's see if we can get a continuation shots. That would be a plus. And we have this 945 high right there also. Let's see how we behave and analyze things. Ooh. We just want a 5-minute continuation. That's it, nothing else. I think the 5-minute continuation is the way. So we close this around here, then we manipulate into this gap, then we deliver down. Or not. Look at how we faded that trade and avoided a loss. Now we run through that 945 gap there. So now we have a better structure and everything. Like if this leg should deliver this to higher if we are bullish, but we come to almost that, so we are likely bearish. You can see that the 4-minute may close now. Are we taking to the upside? Probably not, bro. I can't do that. Where we are reacting from this small one that is already involved. Can't do that. That's retard, to be honest. We inverse that format to the upside. So I'm thinking if we can inverse any gap to the downside. Okay, look at how, let's see how this might be closing. Okay, if this close pretty good, let's see how this closes. I like this cell. I'm not taking it, bro. I feel not right. This is good, but for let me put a limit order there. No limit orders. If you are coming back into that entry, I might take it. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. It was a good trade, but we already involved that we should deliver higher without any drawdown. I should have taken that one, bro. It was a great one. This is the only trade that I was looking for. That is a good one, but who knows? It would be maybe this is the break even zone I may put if I take that. I didn't take this. Wow, it was a good trade, man. Crazy good trade. Look at that close. Why didn't I take that? Who knows? Maybe I did not take this because I was not expecting this to happen. That's a good answer to that, because we are expecting it to manipulate into a level before taking this, but we didn't get that. Like, we are expecting it to tap into a 5-minute or something. There is no 5-minute or 15-minute or nothing here. The craziest of craziest thing that we can actually expect is we close this 15-minute here without taking the data low, and then we push back into the 15-minute and we got a perfect inversion from the A++ trade to this data high, perfect R and everything, but possibilities of that happening is like literally zero. Not zero, possible, but let's see, does this take? Oh man, this is a pretty good nice trade, bro. I should have taken that, no problem. Sometimes Vidhi Namale Thedi. Okay, look at how we deliver into that. Wow, what a great one, right? Beautiful. Now we can just close this and everything one more time. Look at how we taken that 945. It's also perfect. Technically speaking, we can now look for a small inversion. Structure is not good enough for us, but I can literally take that trade, bro. That was a bad decision. I hesitated a little bit, that's the problem. Why did I hesitate? The only reason was that I was waiting for a 5 minute and literally a 4 minute inverse. Soon after that we got a soon after that we got an inverse to the answer, which is a 1 minute. So there was a 2 minutes. So let's take that as the reason that we didn't take that. So we are expecting this 2 minute to close around here. But we took that internal law, which is not very good for us. So I ignore that try. That's a pretty good result. Okay, so this trade is either way invalid trade. If I didn't see that 2 minute and or anyway taken that trade, and it was when if it becomes a loss, I will regret it. So either way. Let's see if we can get it. We opened at 10 a.m. We have 9:30 high. This is also the previous hourly high, which I'm not expecting to. Another crazy thing is we respected this 100 and disrespected this 2400 level. So if we can inverse that level, we are also inside this level here 660. Maybe we can get a buy side run. Or we can wait for this 24,000 level. Do you know what another crazy thing? Look at how we rejected from this 24,200 where we reversed this. This is also a 945 high. There is also a 24,200 level right there. What about this level? This is 24,300 level where we rejected, and then the bounce off from a 200 level, then we again bounce from a 200 level, small ones. Today most likely a big fall to the downside. We can expect something maybe after this reception. This is a previous day low. This one hours. So which might be a good SMT for a small scale to the upside. Let's see. Okay, this is a bad price action and everything, yet we are trying this. Another retarded thing to do. You know what? Wait up here. We didn't have an assemblies with that levels. Nothing anywhere, everywhere, nowhere. I don't want to see nothing, bro. I'm pissed. I'm not taking that trip. That's it. Maybe we can get a 5-minute continuation to the downside. 30 second look at that. We might make a 15-minute gap. There is no 15-minute gap, but we might equilibrate with that gap. That's crazy, right? Okay. We might get a good one here. We just close here, 5-minute close here, ignore this 5-minute, tap into this 15-minute, then just here lower. But the other thing about this sheet is we are both inside of 1 hour. Both 1 hour is so past now, so just mark this 5-minute too. Okay. In case of a quick reaction, we might do that. Okay, this is 10 AM high, untouched. Inside of a 15-minute. your bias is totally bearish, we might EQ this range also. So for EQing that range, the 10 AM should equilibrate. We can't correctly decide our bias right now. We just distributed lower very much, and now we are just hoping for RAM inversion. Yeah, this is a good trade. We can take the 50-minute PO3. It will look something like this. 34 pips stop and a 1 to 1.5. If we can, this 50-minute PO3 supports us. We inverse this 30 seconds, so kind of crazy. We have this 1 and 2. Not a big ass gap also. If we take this might look like a forced one also, because the gap is pretty small. Maybe SMTs with that 10 AM high. An inversion, maybe. That is the daily low we have right below that. We etched that now. We need to be aware of that one way or another. Yeah, 10 AM tapped, tap in few seconds. Then the first. Okay. We have assembled this with the gap right now. So which is the gap have we have? Right now we have only this 1 minute gap. Sure. Before we inverse this 5 minute, we need to close inside this level also. Can we do that? Maybe we not. We have this 550 minute which we have uh, 4 hour is rejecting like crazy. And we are not forming a type of rejection block. There is chances of that they might want to change our oh my god. Look at how V-shape is this. If we taking this one way, we are taking it against the bias. So we can take something like this. A very quick one. We formed a 2 minutes, so obviously we need to invest this 2 minutes also. have this 3 minutes with a new 4 minute. Wow, look at this tragedy, man. We might want to confirm this from here, so until then we can hope for a bullish buy. So this will probably happen. There is a EQ of this under range. It's above also maybe. To that EQ. This is against our bias, so not a very good trade. So what we have right now with our current shit and everything. Yeah, maybe we can get a run to that high. And this is fucking retard, bro. Look at this 4 hours, 40 minutes and everything. And the recovery is kind of sus, to be honest. We can probably look for a mech. Do it 5 minutes. Probably took a 30-second or a 40-minute whenever thing that mech is the only thing that we can look for right now. Oh my god. Now we want a 1 minute, so pretty dark. I hope I can get this trade before taking into that 5 minutes. We did inverse but with a wick. I don't want that. Wick, re-wick, inversion. And we miss the EQ. Maybe one more tab generating a little bit more liquidity. Who knows what happened? The 30-second was clean. Looks like we are struggling to break that level. Poitier, Cartier, Saram, Sambai, Martier. സ്വർണപ്പാളികൾ മാറ്റിയ ശാസ്താവിൻ പരമോറ്റിയെ സ്വർണം കട്ടവനാരപ്പ സഖാക്കളാണ് അയ്യപ്പ പോക്കം മാറ്റിയതാരപ്പ സഖാക്കളാണ് അയ്യപ്പ. We might get a good trade. EQ is just above us, so maybe a little bit push inverse. So much better than anything else. We can see that LR generated here. Maybe we can just respect this level and just go there and play it one more time. Oh, we can get a CSID with this level. Anything is good. Do we take that? Do we made? Do we didn't make that? So not yet. Not an ideal trade for me. If we can take this with the base of the bias. Other than that, this is a crappy trade. Inversion is bad. Everything is bad. Nothing good about this trade. These are weak ass candles. To the lows. Maybe something like this, okay, for a better error. Pot here, cat here. Swarnam Chambai Martie. Swarnappaligal Martie. Sastavin Paramotie. Swarnam Kattavanarappa. What a crappy pricization, bro. But I should walk away from this chart. They are not delivering smooth. If we did take this trade, this is the break-even point. No way we are closing below these levels, right? No way, bro. I don't think we can close below. This 5 minute candle, I don't believe that this 5 minute candle can close below that level. If we are taking this trade, where are we targeting? Only we have the EQ to target, no other liquidity other than her. What is this 5 minute imbalance right there that we rejected off? I don't want that. What a crappy day, bro. We might get one right here, so no, just confirm the news. Nothing. I guess so. We might get a good one to the downside. You don't have a 115. There could be a 15-second. Yeah, there's a 15-second. This is pretty clean trade, but I don't usually take 15-second trades. This is a good trade, okay? Should we try this? The breaking at this 45 low. You don't have it 30 seconds, so better not take anything. The minimum I will go is 30 seconds, so let's just, conditions are in our direction, everything is aligning with our bias. Then 1 hour and 4 hour, so it's not needed for a scalp. This is also a clean trade. If we are taken this our break even would be this low. We are bearish if we all see policies, okay? Let's see. These are not the trades I took. This is retard, bro. Come here and see. Yeah, look at that sheet. Delivering that all one pin. Look at that 1-to-1 hit. Beautiful. 15 seconds. What the fuck, bro? This long looks pretty nice too. I am not concentrated in longs. Only now we can just focus on this 5 minute. Let's see if we can actually close. This inversion actually sucks. What the fuck, bro? We are opening the 11 a.m. man. This is fucking retard, bro. What the trade setups are happening after before after this 5 minute close. What we get is a 11 a.m. open. It is almost sure that this will not hit. The previous one will not hit. So after the 11 a.m. open, we should expect something like this. Nothing else. So I think I'm just done here. Bias is in our favor, so it might happen. Fuck this, I'm not trading, okay? There was a trade, pre-market trade. I will just give you it now. I will just explain it to you. It was an A plus, even Dodgy took that, so my pre-market trade was, I think the pre-market trade was around here. Okay, we swept this low here, inversion to the 5 minute inversion to the upside. Yeah, where is the 5 minute inversion to the upside? Yeah, here, 5 minute to the upside. I took here, stop at around here. TP at this, where is data high? I think this is the, yeah, TP at this data high, and for aiming for a 1-to-1. I put around this low, okay, around 63 pip, because the 5 minute inversion we should aim for 63. So this was the pre-market trade. It was a break even because I put break even at this news high, and we already taken that through SMD, so that is only trade. and it went to my SL, then go to my TV. So a big question: if we take this, we could be cooked or get filled. Anything could happen. Okay. Should we try this? Because this is 11 AM open and anything could happen. We should not gamble at this point. Okay. We have an obvious draw below us. That's the thing. I'm not taking this, bro. Okay, we might get test. We can take something like this if we are taking this. Break even at this low. Quick break even, just like that. Ah, fuck. 5-minute close was really nice. Either way, it would be a break even trade. Yeah, here is the execution of pre-market trade. And around, I think I entered here. I put my SL around there, I think. I waited for a 1-to-1 to get hit. But I got break even at this candle here. Because we already mitigated this high on ES, so that is my break even point. Let's see here. We already mitigated this level here. Well, as you can see, this level is taken before we tap into that. So there's a clear break even. Everything was clear. The range is broken. Fucking retarded. Nothing to say. We didn't have that low yet. Wow, now we took that with good momentum. I think it's time for a quick 1-to-1. Let's see if we can get something. We have a 30-second gap formed. So done. Might take something after pre-market. I think a PDI model forming. Let's see if we can get enough. We can target these at your PM session. Maybe there is I will stream PM also for documentation. That's it.